You sure it's gonna go live, man?
Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh, yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right, Beats, Vibes, Life. Usually I bring an album, he brings an album, and we talk about how great or how bad it is. But today, yes, it's about the best of 2018, the best of hip hop. We ain't even talk about the worst. Sometimes, you know, things get bad. They get horrible. They hurt your feelings. But today, we're talking about the best moments, the things that we thought were really cool and had a great time with. So I brought 5 things. He brought 5 things. We're going to talk about y'all guys throwing your own little stuff, and we'll get into the chat as well. So before we get started, we wanted to let y'all know that we now have sponsors. It's great. We got sponsors on our show. First sponsor I wanted to give a shout out to is Ghost Weed. It's amazing. You might think you get high, but you'll never thought you would go deaf, dumb, or blind. It's an amazing product. You should definitely check it out. Ghost Weed. Yeah. So let us know if you can hear us. I'm pretty sure you can, but just making sure.
Yeah.
Besides
that's gonna be trippy for me because like because before I used to look over here, now I'm like looking over there. Like I make sure I don't look over there too much. I'm like, hi everybody.
What?
I'm Arckatron.
What?
Yeah, that's so weird.
So, starting with our number 5. What's your number 5 favorite thing of hip hop this year?
My number 5 favorite thing of hip hop was that you probably gonna talk about, but that Drake and Meek Mill are no longer beefing.
Okay.
That's my number 5.
I thought that was a nice moment too. And
yeah,
why?
That was good, especially when Meek got on stage and like his song or whatever. It just was good because you know what? Beef is cool, but also like reconciling and being not and having any beef is also cool too. Like beef is competition. Like if you have beef with somebody, you put it on record, it's competition. But also when you like reconcile, say, we cool. Even Game and Meek, him too. Like it's like everything's being it's all peace now. It's all love. Y'all was heated in a heated argument about something. You was in. You had beef over, this man didn't write his rhymes. Like, okay.
Yeah. All right.
So what?
Understandable.
His art still speaks for itself. Like the person who wrote the rhymes or wrote whatever flows didn't do as good as Drake though. So really, at the end of the day, it's all about the final product, not about how you get final product. So I definitely understood. I understood Meek's gripe. But I understood Drake's side of the thing too. So I like that, seeing them on stage together. That's a good moment for hip hop.
Okay. My number 5 is a beef as well, but for a different reason.
Like an actual beef?
Yes. Well, it's been stewing, but it kind of seems like it came to a head this year, which is Nicki and Cardi.
Oh, okay. See, I was gonna say okay. Okay. Why is that?
The reason I think that the Nicki and Cardi beef was good for hip hop is because it indirectly proved that there's room for more than one woman. For a long time since kind of like Da Brat and Missy and Lil Kim, ever since then, it's been kind of pushed as like there's only one woman that can be in rap. There's only one woman that can be spitting and no one else. Yeah. And this kind of indirectly proved that the market can handle more than one woman. Because when this happened, not only did you see sales for both do fine, and now of course Nicki, argued and stuff about her sales not being where they wanted to, but Nicki, she was comparing herself to what's not Juice WRLD, what's his name? Who had that song with Sicko Mode? What's that guy? I can't think of his name.
Travis
right
Scott.
Yeah.
She was comparing herself to Travis. I don't know if she was even comparing herself to Cardi. Because I think they dropped on dropped on the same, like around the same time, and his numbers were better than hers or whatever she was saying. I don't know. She was just looking for beef anywhere. Yeah,
and along with that, what happened is this conversation about women in hip hop, and then you saw women like Rhapsody's name getting thrown in. Can't think of the other young sister that's on my mind right now. She did a joint with Apollo Brown earlier this year. She had a single out. She even had a music video with a joint over Apollo Brown. Young lady, she let us know in the chat. She has dreads shaved on the side. I can't think of her name right now, but she's cool. She got a cool flow. So like they brought her up, and then we started to get a bigger, I guess, appreciation and more notoriety for these other women that aren't Nicki or Cardi. So I think this beef was good because it opened up the conversation and it showed that both of these women are making money just fine. You know what I'm saying? So that was my number 5.
Okay.
So how about you on that number 5?
My number 4 actually is the Black Panther soundtrack, Kendrick Lamar.
Good one. Good one. I thought about
like,
putting it on there, but I was like, I'm gonna hold it back.
Because the Black Panther, it was a movement. Like the movie and like everything surrounding it was movement. The way people came to the theaters dressed like, you know, the different kind of African garb and the dashikis and the colors and everything. Like the colors, mainly, like, you know, very colorful. And to see that and then see the movie, like, because people were doing that in anticipation of the movie. So then when the movie came out, people started, you know, you people dressed up at the movie theaters, and then the movie backed it up. All that we did, all that anticipation for it, the movie actually backed it up.
Good point.
Times 10. Yeah. And then the music throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
And then the soundtrack itself too, and the score. Yeah, it was like perfect. Because I was like at the end of the movie where it's like, you know, those like remember those things where you put your hands in and like it kind of like it puts you in like those little.
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
That's kind of memory of like how the ending of Black Panther, the credits. That has that song, the one with him and SZA on it. I'm like, yeah, that's a good ending. Like just that song.
That's definitely dope.
So that was a good like ending, and like I feel like, oh yeah, there's a soundtrack for this movie, and made you think appreciate the soundtrack again. You know,
definitely dope. So my number 4 is Meek Mill, just in general.
Okay.
Here's why. You know, Meek Mill, he's been in this legal battle back and forth about, you know, probation and breaking probation, whatever, and going back to jail, all over popping a wheelie. But he can't. Well, basically,
basically it was popping a wheelie. Like,
basically, he was popping a wheelie.
And also being a nutmeg. But
yeah. But what this seems to have done for him is sort of in a roundabout way turn him into an activist.
Okay.
And I think that's where Meek Mill is right now, because I've never been interested in him as a musician, as a lyricist. Okay. But his newest album has made enough noise on top of his statements about our justice system, has catapulted him, in my perception, to someone who can move beyond hip hop into being a people's champion, which is the name of his album, Champions. Is it Champions or Champion?
Champion.
It's close, whatever.
Or is it Championship?
Championship. Is it Championship? I don't know. But the point is, he's standing for more than just music. Okay. And I think he's becoming a very important part of hip hop history right now, depending on the decisions he starts to make.
I guess kind of like how, like, remember when J. Cole first came out?
Yeah.
And then he was kind of like J. Cole or whatever. But then like, then it was like that like Forest Hill Drive, J. Cole. Okay. And since then is a totally different J. Cole than the original J. Cole.
True. Yeah.
Where his songs have more weight to them, you know? And and I haven't heard Meek's album yet, because I'm not a Meek fan either. I'm not Meek is a guy. Like, I'm not a Meek fan at all. But I do recognize
activity has made me want to
listen to he's a different kind of person, which is good, because I think evolution is always good to see, when, especially on the artists that you weren't and you like appreciating. I'm like, I ain't checking for Meek, but now maybe people check for Meek now.
Yeah, because now I'm like, this dude is speaking for many times prisoners in our society are seen as like forgotten people, or people that are downtrodden, or like cast aside due to how they're treated in jail and often after they get out of jail.
Yeah. And
him sticking up for them, standing up for them, speaking for them has transcended beyond his music. And I think he's definitely the place he's in right now, depending on the next steps and movements he makes, he's doing a lot of just positive and good for hip hop in general.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling about that. So your number 3.
My number 3 is a performance.
Okay.
A small performance.
From
a big group. Wu-Tang at the Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because them and also Tribe celebrated their 25th anniversary of their 2 albums on the same day in November. So that that was like a monumental day back then, and it was cool to see like 25 years later, like the majority of them are still there, and them doing that performance at Tiny Desk, at NPR or whatever.
There's tons of them.
It was like, how do they all fit in there? There's so many of them. Some of them were sitting down. Some of them, okay, it's your verse now. Okay, let me get. It was really cool to see that, like them actually like come back together for the album and recognize that was a classic moment in their history. Yeah, they had a couple more, maybe like 4 or 5 more after that.
True,
but that was the first classic moment, and that was their first debut album. Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. That was like, for me, I'm a Wu head, so for me,
we love Wu.
But then seeing them in that tiny space, like, oh yeah, they're just brothers, man. They're just chilling, they're just rappers, and they brought
it was dope.
ODB's son. I forgot. I think he still calls himself Young Dirty. But I don't know what he's calling himself now. But he's been performing with them too, doing ODB's verses too. Yeah, so he's been doing. I've been seeing like some other performances that they had.
That's what's up.
Because they were on like, I think, not Colbert Show. Were they on Colbert Show? Or was it Jimmy Kimmel? They've been on a couple.
Now I'm gonna have to check that out because
they've been on a couple.
I saw Tiny Desk and I put it on my watch later. Then I watched watched it through the first song through Triumph. Yeah. And then I got busy at work doing something, and I couldn't finish it. But yeah, it was great to just see them together. Yeah,
it's always good. It's always good to see them all, like most of them there. It's always good to see that.
Yeah, because I don't think Meth was there.
Meth, I think, was the one that wasn't there.
Yeah, Meth.
He probably was shooting a film or something.
Okay. I know he has that show on Cinemax or HBO.
Yeah, he probably was shooting a show,
I'll let it slide.
Movie Man.
I was gonna go back. I know you watched the show.
Meth.
I know you watched the show.
Yeah. What up, Cliff? Clifford. What up, Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, we're gonna let it ride. All right, my number 3.
What's your number 3?
It's a weird one.
Okay.
But Fonte.
That album?
Yeah, the album. He gonna get mad.
No, I have nothing to say.
Look at his face.
Huh? My face is normal. This is my normal face.
That's not his normal face, y'all. All right. The reason why is because I think Fonte is a very versatile MC. Someone who has not only enjoyed success inside of a group, enjoyed success in hip hop, but also enjoyed success in kind of like the neo soul R&B kind of side. He's been kind of at the forefront of producing and making a lot of music. Yeah. And him going back to, I guess, his more hip hop roots. Yeah. I expected to be kind of boring, and I ended up enjoying it a lot. Okay. And I think it goes to show with him about not only the state that the game is in now, but also his longevity. And I think it was a bright spot, like that album. The Jericho Jackson, I think, is a bright spot. I knew you were going to say Jericho Jackson, because the funny thing, I was going through the albums of this year, and I saw Jericho Jackson. I was like, that just can't get past that name. Elzai and Crisis. Okay. So them together. So there's these small bright spots that happened this year that were almost like unseen. Like things like and I'm just using Fonte as a jumping off point, but then you have Black Thought, who dropped
Stream of Conscious Volume 1.
Yeah, so you have like all of these,
and Volume 2. You dropped 2 of them, didn't he? One with Ninth One and one with another with
maybe he did. I think maybe he did. But these small bright spots that really come through and kind of make a difference. When it comes to people saying, "Oh, this isn't being represented," or it's too monotonous, or whatever. Then you have these albums, these projects that come out, and they're kind of short, but they make a statement, and I'm happy that they exist. Okay. I don't see Fonte's album as like this is a classic, everybody run out and get it. But if you were digging Lil Brother, or you were digging Foreign Exchange, this joint might work for you, and I think it works in a lot of ways. especially the things he talks about, which is what I would consider grown man rap. Like he talks about death seriously. He talks about his father seriously. He talks about relationships and love and his lost marriage and new marriage or whatever seriously. So this is stuff that relates well to older hip hop heads. One line that really stood out about this joint is something like around the time, and I'm paraphrasing because Fonte says it better, but around the time you realize that your dad was right, you got your own son old enough telling you wrong. And it's stuff like that that stick. Those lyrics that like stick to your ribs. That you're like, oh, okay, this isn't just like fly brother, high brother, side brother, my brother, cry brother. You know what I'm saying? It's those things. It's like, wow, that's kind of a life lesson. And it's like, you know, kind of like stuff that like Pasta News drops now. Like you'll hear stuff and you'll be like, whoa, that's kind of.
You mean he was dropping jewels?
He was definitely dropping jewels. But yeah. So that's why stuff like that, albums like that, Fonte is still doing his thing. Black Thought, of course, he was my number one. So he's still killing it. But projects like that still have a lot of substance, but you know, are kind of being like kind of under the radar, but still there if you take a peek, if you peruse the internets.
Okay. So
how about you? On your number two.
My number two.
Because you already did your three. Yeah.
I might have a sidebar chat. Like,
okay.
How I was just like, was this 2000? Because my 2018 has been crazy and trying to remember what happened. My man over here just said like, yeah, hip hop in 2008 was crazy. It's hard to keep up, and I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. So I have a question for you.
Okay. Yeah.
It was this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but when was it? Was it early? Like really?
It was like real. It was like early summer.
Okay. I thought it was this year.
No, matter of fact, it might have been late summer. Now I think about it.
It was late. Nah, yeah, it was early this year.
I know. It was.
You got your.
I'll do the research. We'll check and see. But go on and tell us your number two.
Well, that's what my number two is.
All right. This Is America by your boy Donald Glover,
aka Childish Gambino.
Yep.
The impact of that song, the video, the performance.
7 months ago is when it was posted.
Okay.
So
so
April or something like that.
April.
Yeah.
So April. Yeah, it was like April. I remember it was after Black Panther.
Yeah.
So we were all charged up. You know,
Yep.
we were still, black people was like, yeah. So then when This Is America, I think he did it on not Colbert. I keep saying Colbert Show, but it wasn't Colbert Show. He did it first. He did a performance before that video came out. I think the night before it came out.
Or SNL.
SNL.
Because I was watching.
Because I don't watch SNL. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah. SNL. I watched that episode because Childish Gambino is that dude.
Yeah. So
shouts out to Marquita Lestar for lounging. She loves Childish Gambino. I love Childish Gambino.
Okay. So This Is America, the song, the video, the performances was not even surprising. It just was like, oh, wow. Like he just did that. And it's a political thing. It's a political thing and not a political thing. It's more like this is the state that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And the video there was some shocking parts. There was some funny parts. It had everything like culminated. And it was America in a way. Like, because like some days you look at the news, you're like, what? And then some days you look at it, like it's just funny to look at. Like it's like it's funny and sad at the same time. So that's what the song got me sad and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
So just like
get your money, black man. Get your money.
So it's like the way that video, like the symbolism, like all of the little things that people were picking apart. It was like almost like he dropped a movie. You know, how people were like, when a movie comes out, it's like, oh, this is America Explained. You know, like this is how we explain this.
And people were going.
There was a lot of deep diving with that song. Just one song.
Yeah.
One video. It wasn't like he had dropped an album. One song, one video. That shows you the impact of that song.
Yeah.
So that to me, that was number two. It could have been number one, but I think my number one, you'll see what my number was and you'll understand why.
All right, cool. My number two, we're going back to VA. That's right. VA, 2 Up, 2 Down. Pusha T.
Pusha T? What did he do?
Pusha T, his beef with Drizzy Drake, of course.
Why did I forget about that? Good, I'm glad somebody brought it up.
The reason I picked this,
of course,
is because this brought up a great conversation about what beef is, how far should beef go, who should and shouldn't respond and why, and what is going too far. And we were able to pull in, we were able to have a conversation where we pulled in the dudes that like listen to nothing but like Fetty Wap and like Migos, in with the guys that listen to nothing but like old Chino XL tapes.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, Chino XL watches the show. He knows what's up. But
it was.
What else?
Daytona was that heat, my man.
Yeah, Daytona. He had some fire on it. But this beef is something that really opened up a great conversation about, should we start drawing lines?
No,
I'm not saying that we should. I don't think we should. I think
he said Drizzy took a real life L.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Drake lost. He super lost. But then there's also this conversation about what are beefs for? How do you win a beef? Because technically, and I said this when we talked about it way back then. Like Drake is going to be okay. Drake is not, his career is not destroyed.
No, well, I don't think anyone's career has ever been destroyed by a beef. Like actually, like Ja
Rule.
No.
Ja Rule's was different because you had the FBI coming in.
He was indicted and stuff like that.
Yeah. So never mind. I'll take that back. You're right.
Wait, what? You said Drake did not lose. Who said that?
Who said that?
My man said.
See, Instagram be bugging with us sometimes. See, YouTube, we hear. We understand.
I mean, in the long run, the battle, like the war, Drake didn't lose.
Yeah, Drake.
But he lost that battle.
Yeah, he lost.
He won the Meek battle, and he lost the Pusha T battle.
Yeah. Like, of course, as far as him being an artist, man, we
gonna have to talk, man. He's all not about bars, but man, we gonna have to talk over there, man.
Big shout out to Elijah Sweat, Little Miss Chocolate.
What up, Alexi? What up, Alexi?
Oh, what up? That might be the best beef in history, man. You know what?
It's out there. That is
the reason it's up there is because of the differential in notoriety, because you had something where Pusha T had essentially been just like, oh yeah, he's a guy that can rap, and that's kind of, nobody else really thought of him any further. It's like, oh yeah, he's dope. Clips was crazy good, and that was it. And then you have a Drake. Drake is essentially like a business now. What I'm saying? I think kind of helped out as well. Of course, you do have some colorism in there as well. I mean, Pusha T even brought it up himself. Your hair won't nap enough, so it's like you got dark skin versus light skin.
Yeah,
you
got won this time. The first time, light skin won. Drake beat Meek. It wasn't even close with the Drake Meek one.
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
Drake was bad.
Woo, man, he dropped a single on him, and it still went, and people were playing in the club.
Yeah,
you always had to make sure Meek wasn't in the club when you play that song.
And Drake did something similar with this beat, but it wasn't really an attack. He did the I'm Upset video, and everybody was like, "Oh, the Degrassi kids, they're back," and they kind of like forgot about the beat for a little bit because you were just happy to see all the Degrassi fans back.
Yeah.
So that's, that worked out for him. But I think it was good to just get all of the hip hop community back buzzing, talking, excited about this.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a response? What's going to happen? But you had that kind of fervor that we had like in the 90s about hip hop. And I thought that was good for hip hop. And I mean, nobody got hurt, which is a good thing too.
So what do you on a side, like a sidebar to the top moments, where do you place this in beef history?
Beef history.
Where is it on your list of beef history?
Drake and Pusha T.
Drake and Pusha T. Because
it might be number 5 in the top 5. And the reason I say that is because of the differential in power. Like Pusha T has essentially like no power. You know what I'm saying? Up against Drake, who has like all the, he's hosting stuff and he's selling albums left and right. And
Pusha T is like the president of good music, man.
Yeah, but that's like as an artist. Like as an artist, he has
been putting out some.
No, but he had no power as an artist. Like if somebody was like, "Yo, there's a Pusha T show tomorrow," like that joint is not. People are not rushing and clicking on links to get tickets and stuff. But if you say Drake's coming in town, that joint gonna be a rack of bras out here.
I don't know. I think you're selling Pusha T a little short.
Okay, all right.
And so you from VA, you should be selling short. You should be all gung ho Pusha T.
I know his talent. I'm talking about his perception within the hip hop community. He's as far as like people that are going out buying tickets, buying.
He's respected. He's respected. Man.
No, I mean,
I think he's more. I think sometimes he's more respected than Drake. Man, I'm telling you.
I know he's respected. What I mean, and maybe I'm explaining this wrong. What I mean is like the commercial appeal. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no like Pepsi deals.
No, that's the funniest part. Pusha T got a bunch of deals.
Really?
See the thing?
Why is it not pushed?
No,
you know what? I'll say this. This is what it is. Drake has a crazy team behind it. Drake has a good team. Not, Jay Prince and all them people
Pusha
got
T
a great
team. His stuff is hidden, man. That's stuff he's doing behind the scenes. Like he's not like outwardly with most of his stuff. Because I saw him. He was on I think Joe Budden's podcast show. And he was talking on there, and he was explaining some things like he was explaining the whole beef and like how it all happened. And he was explaining like certain things like Pusha T's got his hands dipped in a lot of different things that people don't know about. So his power in terms of like TV commercial appeal, no. But everything else, powerful. More powerful than people think about. That's why when he did the song, he has so much stuff to back it up.
Okay.
This man did his homework.
Okay. All right.
So I think in terms of power, in terms of like
I'm thinking in terms of like you're looking at someone
like you're not gonna see Pusha T in the commercial.
Like you're looking at what I'm saying is you're looking at like Jeffrey Osborne going up against Michael Jackson. It's like, come on, guy. It's like
but Jeffrey
Osborne can sing. He got some hits, but what we have is much more than
my jam. So that's actually
Dilla in the house holding it down.
What up, Gray Man 121.
Elijah said he didn't even reply and went to someone to get diss tracks banned. Oh yeah, he did go through all this whole. He also went through this whole like, I got a diss song. Yeah. I got a diss song so good, but I ain't gonna play it. But it's so good.
But it's like, I don't know if you ever see that video of this dude that was like talking about he's gonna expose Jay-Z. So I'm gonna tell you about Jay-Z. I'm gonna expose Jay-Z. He went on this rant for like 14 minutes and never said one thing. He was like the best hype man about this beat that he had with Jay-Z.
And speaking of that, this whole thing with Dame Dash and Funk Flex, I haven't listened to.
Wait, what is something about Dame Dash and Funk Flex?
Dame did something about culture vultures, and I haven't gotten to the bottom of it, so I'm probably gonna mess up.
Dame Dash, but he actually finally started talking about more Lior thing, like Dame Dash.
Yeah, he was talking about Lior with the culture vulture, and I heard Funk Flex's side. We was talking about how like Def Jam actually helped him out, did a lot of stuff, and I need to go and research and listen to Dame's side. But Dame just seems like he's still bombing on people. Like Dame.
Okay, the thing is, Dame is always like. Just
how you think he'd be too smart to be doing it?
No. Dame is a person who's okay. So he's like a fiery person. That when in the heyday of Rockefeller days, people didn't like him. They respected him, but they didn't like him because of the way he approached things. In terms of
he's very bully style.
Yeah. So, but that worked for him. That's the reason why Rockefeller was so successful too. Like you gotta like
because he just pushed doors
kicking doors down because people weren't giving them the credit that they were doing. Just like how he was the one main thing he was mad about Lior is that they were taking credit for things that they didn't do. They were putting a Def Jam label on things that wasn't really Def Jam. Okay. He wasn't. So basically, Dame was like, "Nah, man, we were doing this stuff. Don't come here like you were putting up the money and stuff like that." Okay. That's where Dame's beef with a lot of people. They weren't really putting up their own money for things. Okay. They were like putting their name on it, but not really. They were putting up the money for it, and I get that. And then just taking the credit for it, or people are giving them the credit. Not like Lior was like, I did. It's more like. He's mad at more of maybe the people giving Lior credit or giving like Kevin Miles credit.
Because I remember
that's what it made.
I do remember on was it the Blackout tour? No, it was at that tour video that they did with Jay-Z, Method Man was in it, Redman.
Oh, you talking about the Hard Knock Life tour?
Hard Knock, like
They did the Def Jam jacket.
Yeah.
Like,
that's where
like,
that's what, yeah. I remember that. And I saw that in Commonwealth 20 in Richmond, Virginia. Everybody in VA, if you know what I'm talking about, whatever. But I remember that argument, so that's a good point. And I guess
because Dame is looking at it from history, like Dame is beyond what's going on at the current moment.
True.
He was thinking more about future, like in the future, people are gonna look back and say, "Oh yeah,
that was a Def Jam tour."
Because
like, he was like, the perception is this is a Def Jam tour, and it's not. But at the same time, if you're the distributor, you should put. Well, I'm looking at it from, and I know this is hip hop and movies are different, but if Paramount is the distributor, their logo still comes up before the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if this is Lionsgate distributed by Paramount, you'll see the Lionsgate logo and you'll see the Paramount logo.
But it's more about who's doing the work. That's what you want to get credit for the work that they were doing.
True.
They were basically like giving them the records to distribute, but they were doing all the legwork that Def Jam was supposed to be doing, but they were just blocking them from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where Dame's major gripe. And I
know he's always angry about it, but I never
see. The thing is, he's got the right message. He's just the wrong messenger.
Yeah,
his approach is just wrong. Even when he was on like the Breakfast Club years ago, and like people were like, "Yo, this man's crazy." What he was saying was on par, but it's just the way he went about it was like, man.
You know what?
He just like has bad bedside manner, basically.
Dave, holler at me.
Because he watches the show.
Hire me. Dave watches the show. Dave, hire me. Tell me everything you want to say. All right, just tell me. Just yell at me, right?
So my man Sid said that Dame Dash versus Funk Flex sounds like the most obnoxious. And he said it's just too much volume. Like both of them have.
Both of them are way too loud.
Yeah, especially both of them like because I saw Funk Flex in person once. That man's like 5'4", man. Dame is probably like 5'6". It's like these like Napoleon complex dudes or whatever. They got loud voices.
Funk Flex goes on for like a good 15 minutes. Like, I was there. They helped you. They took your first record and they did this and they did that and they put it on the soundtrack and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I was even in the chat like, yo, is this true? Because I do remember Ain't No Brother being on the soundtrack, and Funk Flex was there, and I assume Funk Flex doesn't really have anything to gain by saying that it was. I feel like Funk Flex is pretty established, and doesn't really need Leo, but maybe he does.
I don't know. Funk Flex has been a clown for the last like 10 years. Like stuff with Drake, with Nicki, like he's been coming out of pocket. He's been jumping out the window.
Yeah.
So all right. Funk Flex is not a reliable source anymore.
It's weird because Funk Flex has been a like point of hip hop DJ, I guess, lineage.
Yeah,
forever.
But he's kind of tarnishing in a way where now he's just a caricature of himself.
He does look kind of crotchety on this show. Yeah, it's kind of old and crotchety. Yeah. But we'll leave that alone.
All right. So is my number one?
Your number one.
My number one. Your number two was the.
My number two is Pusha T. And kind of like what they.
My number one is a historical hip hop first. Back to see. I'm capping it. Kendrick Lamar. And you're gonna say what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? You know where I'm going with it? Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer Prize.
Yep,
for his Damn album, which was last year.
Yep,
but it was the grant. It was
the award
was this year. Yeah. So that's a first for him because before that it was always going to jazz artists.
Good point.
So that's a first for hip hop. That's a big thing.
So you know what? I had to get that to you. Your number one is way crazier than my number one.
But yeah, that's all I really have. I have no more to say. I think
it is a good thing for hip hop because it's another door that hip hop has knocked down.
Yeah.
And it's another. Unfortunately, sometimes we do need these organizations to validate the work that we are doing. And when I say we, I mean
I don't know if that validate. I just acknowledge. Not validate.
Okay.
I think more just acknowledge. Like yes, we are. Like hip hop exists. You can't ignore it no more. It's making more money than most of these genres now. You know what I mean? So you can't ignore it. And to ignore it is like it's just like you're stupid.
Word.
Like the Grammys for a while were just stupid. Are you stupid? Like you don't know what's going on. It's like it's like the crotchety word will come up again. Like it's just like crotchety people who don't understand. Like things have to evolve. If you don't evolve, then you die.
Yeah.
Your ideas will die. So you have to evolve your ideas, and include more than just you.
And things are going to change. You know what I'm saying?
And things are going to change with or without you either way.
And big shout out to Little Miss Chocolate. She said Funk Flex wasn't a good DJ. Wasn't a good DJ on the radio or when he was doing clubs. So you know what? I will say this: all of his mixtapes that he put out, like Funk Flex Volume 1, 2, 3, most of the reason that he got so much love is because he was on a label and he was able to get those freestyles and all that stuff. He wasn't really, at least on those tapes, he wasn't essentially like blending and
all right, because now I see my history with Funk Flex is a little different because I'm from the northeast, that is.
Okay.
So I was hearing a radio station with him on the station.
Okay.
And hearing people come up on the station and freestyle and stuff like that. Like how he does with the YouTube, like that. Yeah. But that was on the radio, like live and stuff like that. So see, I don't know. I have a different feeling about old Funk Flex.
Old Funk Flex. All right, cool. I remember he used to get all those freestyles, and my cousins would always bring those tapes down. Mm-hmm. One that I remember extremely well was Beanie, Myth Bleak, Jay-Z. Was there anyone? No, I think that was it. All with Funk Flex at the same time.
Do you remember the one with is that?
And then it was a dope session.
I'm trying to think. It was a dope session. The one with the Young Guns and like Jay-Z was like, he's only 17. Was that the same one? Or
no, I don't think that's it.
I thought he had like all Rockefeller was there pretty much.
I know it was at least those
Jay-Z kept saying that he's only 17.
Oh man,
which is funny because like a lot of Jay-Z young artists were just 17. Like Bleak was 17 when he did Coming of Age or whatever. The song, and like he didn't get better. He stayed the same. So 17 is great. Like he was rapping, spitting.
Yeah, he was spitting.
Same thing with the Young Guns. Like they're spitting. Chris and Eve. Yeah, but
you know what?
It didn't really get better.
But I think Bleak would have gotten better if he stayed with Beans. I think they both kind of help feed off of each other when they did stuff together.
I don't think so at all. I think Bleak was still so average.
Okay.
Because as he got older, he didn't get. I'm saying like getting.
He didn't carry that fire. Keep it.
Yeah, because like Jay-Z, I guess Jay-Z looked at him as like he was the next one, like his next one up.
Oh yeah,
But he never. I don't think he ever lived up to that.
He never really took
I
it
think
there.
It may have been unfair to even like have that pressure on him too, because
he wasn't ready.
He was only 17.
He's
a kid. He's not fully developed yet, But
he's only 17.
Because like he had albums and stuff, but like his best song on his this is gonna be some shade, but his best song on all Myth Bleak's album, his best song is Dear Summer, and he's not on the song.
I remember
like
people was clowning Bleak so hard because people was like, you need your dad to sell your albums. I remember that.
People bought the album because Dear Summer was.
I remember that so vividly, man. I remember
that was Jay-Z coming back. That's messed up.
People was like, I literally remember seeing online people saying you need your dad to sell your album.
That's messed up.
And I was like, that's foul.
That's super foul, Like, I'm gonna put this song on Bleak's album and everybody's gonna buy it.
Everybody's gonna buy it for that one song.
It's a good song.
It's a good song. Yeah, it's a good song. It's good.
It's a great song. It's Dear Summer.
Oh man. So my number one is Netflix.
Netflix Daredevil? What you talking about? The hip hop history song?
Between hip hop history.
Okay.
Roxanne Shante.
Oh yeah.
Get Down, stuff like this.
Yeah, Get Down.
We're getting a lot of hip hop history on Netflix and stories that I think would never be told if it wasn't for that venue, for that, platform. And I think Netflix is doing a very great job of giving hip hop a voice. And something I didn't really think about until I watched like Roxanne for like the second or third time, and I was like,
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't even seen it.
It's tough to watch at parts, but it's good. It's really good. It's just that, dang, Roxanne went through a lot. Yeah. She went through a lot. So props to that sister, of course.
Roxanne. I would say Roxanne. Roxanne. I was gonna sing the group. Yeah. Actually, the group way the whole thing came from the beef.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I want to be your man. But Roxanne watches the show.
Yeah. What's up, Roxanne?
But just a great avenue when you look up and you're like, man, this is on there. That is on there. Okay. Even older movies or other stuff like stuff about Jam Master Jay is on there.
Wow, I really haven't delved too deep into.
Yeah, Netflix has a lot of stuff where normally these things would not be told.
Okay.
And I think this is a good place for it because it allows us, meaning the culture, hip hop culture, to speak about hip hop in a way that's just natural to us.
Yeah.
So that's as long as they continue to do it, which I'm pretty sure they are. Netflix announced that they're going to like double the money they've been spending on original content.
I'm trying to figure out how they getting money. First of all,
subscribers, man. That stuff.
Nah, man. Because
that $10 or $13 adds up.
Everybody I know that got Netflix got someone else's account.
All right, but and that is true. But they said they have 175 million subscribers, and I think that's in North America alone.
Whoa!
So 175.
That can't be 175, man. That's like half the population of America got Netflix.
That's not bad.
Half the population of America is kids.
That's
more than half the population got to be kids.
Yeah, but they got parents, man.
But I'm saying how many parents? I'm saying
look, just.
The number maybe like 75 million makes sense. But that's 175 million, man.
175 million, maybe let's say if it's in the world, let's say the whole world, 175 million.
That's a lot of money.
All right, 175 million. All right, boom. Hit y'all with the math. Clap. So 175 million.
It was backwards, but it's okay.
Well, yeah, it'll be backwards, my bad. But times what's Netflix like $12.99? So every month
they're at $2 billion.
They're making $2 billion a month.
2.3 if you want to round
if you want to round up. So $2.3 billion a month. A month. Do you know how, and that's probably all going to like server, but still, that's a lot.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know how much money it takes to run Netflix, you know.
Yeah, but
and also, got a lot of the licensing to get all the stuff.
Yeah,
have the content.
But see, they're starting to drop that because they're starting to buy new. They got deals with like Matt Fraction and I can't remember her name, but 2 new comic book writers because you can see they bought Mark Millar's company. They're getting comic book stuff ready for when Disney leaves.
So that's my thing. Is it gonna? See, the thing is, a lot of times people go to Netflix because they're looking for a show that they've already seen, or they're looking for a movie that they want to see. Original content is great, but they're gonna still have to have enough balance of the two. Original content and also content that people.
Well, they spent. People were mad that they spent $100 million or $100 million plus to keep the rights to have Friends. And
people are mad that they want. They didn't want.
I saw some people on Twitter saying like, "Yo, $100 million, you can do so much more with like original content or other stuff just to have Friends." But Friends is a huge property. It's
like having Seinfeld in a way.
It's a huge property. I'm not a big Friends person, but a lot of people are big.
I probably watch like 20 episodes. It's cool.
I see what's on rerun on TV every now and then, like when it's late at night and I'm just editing stuff. So, but Netflix, I think, is a great door and avenue for hip hop, for live shows, for documentaries.
I never thought about live shows on Netflix.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, hip hop could essentially do what comedy is doing. Why not? Why not put a live show on Netflix? Why not?
Because comedies have all this.
Comedy is having an explosion on Netflix.
Stand-ups like that.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like I'm very. At first, I was just like, oh, Roxanne's here, and Roxanne was the movie that made me start saying, Netflix has a lot of stuff for hip hop, and I'm looking through and I'm watching. I'm looking at this and I'm watching, and I'm watching half of this and a piece of that, and I'm just like, yo. Netflix got a whole gang of whether it's hip hop documentaries or hip hop kind of like scripted stuff like the Get Down or something that's kind of, I guess you would say hip hop adjacent with On My Block, stuff like that. It's good. It's a good place. and hopefully will allow us to continue to tell our stories and then advance the genre. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not a big Migos fan, but what if Migos did a, like a exclusive tour movie or video just on Netflix? I mean, it's the options there.
That's true.
Showtime isn't doing that stuff. HBO's not doing that stuff.
I mean, TV needs to die anyway, so we got to get rid of TV. Man.
Well, I mean, TV is just going to be different. I mean, the internet. I mean, the computer is TV.
Netflix is TV. Is another form of TV, another channel. It's basically a Netflix channel.
Oh yes, Little Miss Chocolate, Dress Fresh. That's another documentary. Where it talks about what is it? Like hip hop fashion and stuff like that. It's Netflix is dope. Big shouts to Little Miss Chocolate. Thank you for adding that in. But Netflix, great doorway, great avenue, great platform that has so much money that everything can like have its niche and still have tons of stuff. Yeah. Like if I also do like graphic design and stuff. If you look, there's tons of like graphic design documentaries and tutorials and stuff on there. You can look and see people that are like painters talk about or people that were graphic designing cities and stuff. There's tons of just random stuff on there. Okay. It's more than just House of Cards, guys. You do have to search, or you might have to like stumble on something. But as far as hip hop, there's a ton.
Yeah, the only time I used Netflix is when I was watching the Marvel shows. Really. And then like. Because it never got the movie. Sometimes I never had the movie. Like I was watching Lord of the Rings for the first time. I never watched Lord of the Rings before.
Okay.
So I was, I found my means of finding the first one. And then I look on Netflix and it had only one of them. Like, where you just gonna have the first movie?
Yes.
They can't have 2 and 3, really?
And that's weird. Usually that happens.
I was mad.
When the second and third movie are owned by a different company. But Warner Brothers owns all that. Yeah. Warner Brothers is so I don't understand where the Warner Brothers is Harry Potter. Who has anyway? We're breaking, but whoever knows who has Lord of the Rings, let us know.
We done pivoted.
But yeah, this year there's been some bad stuff, politically. There's been some problems, but hip hop some happened. But hip hop has had some bright spots.
Great, man.
Yeah, everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Super.
Hoodies up. You know what I'm saying? Stay real. Me too. Do your thing. Whatever you want to do. No, but not going back and forth with you.
That's actually the top of my list. That song is the top of my list.
Oh man, got Snoop. Got D.O. Double. You know what I'm saying? Remember, guys, it's a dog eat dog world and not a doggy dog world.
Okay.
but yeah, man, that's our list. Those are the bright spots for hip hop. Right. I did want to leave out on another one of our great sponsors that have held the show down. We've been doing great. We've been expanding a little bit. You see the video quality is a little bit better. We're stepping it up.
Getting that cheddar cheese.
And in this case,
actually cheddar cheese, not like cheddar cheese, actually.
Yeah, and we want to sharp, very sharp. RZA razor sharp. You know what I'm saying? RZA razor sharp.
Cheddar cheese.
But we wanted to give it up to Marijuana Helper.
Yes, Marijuana Helper.
Yeah, they're a great company. Go and check them out. They're able to spread out your weed as far as you need to go. So you take, you can take a pinch, and next thing you know, everybody's high.
Yeah, you've had hamburger helper. That's what they got.
Yeah, take a little bit of meat and make a whole bunch of sandwiches, feed all your kids.
Feed everybody.
Then now you can take just an ounce, and next thing you know, the whole neighborhood hooked up.
Whole neighborhood.
Bam.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying? So Marijuana
Helper. Yeah.
Better than the best red bud.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys, Marijuana Helper, for sponsoring us, holding us down. Yep. Very, very good sponsor. Help them out. Check them out online. Let's see. Alan Lewis, what up?
Alan Lewis, what up? Where you been at, man?
Alan Lewis been doing his thing, man. Glad he's an OG.
He living his best life. What are you doing?
Living your best life. Elijah Sweat says it's the only app that has shows and movies that people watch on TV, DVD, and theaters, but teases people with limited amount to watch. I guess he's talking about Netflix. Let's see. Alan Lewis said, I already finished my best and worst songs list. All right, since this is just best, Alan, hit us with your number one best song of 2018. Let us know in the chat. We're gonna talk about it, but let us know in the chat. besides that, going to give a shout out to Little Miss Chocolate. Live.
No, hold
on. We back. We good? We back?
Everybody put pineapple in the description so we know we'll be back.
Yeah,
it's still going. So.
Oh yeah, we good. Everybody just give a thumbs up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let us know we still good. Because I'm trying to make sure turn off my Wi-Fi.
I just got off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I ain't
we was doing good until I don't know. It was all good just a week ago. No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all good just a week ago.
Yeah, but everybody. Yeah. All right, cool.
We good. Thank you, Little Miss Chocolate. Thank you.
What's the best?
Alan Lewis, We Major by Braxton Cook for Best Song of 2018. All right. Jazz music was good this year. All right, okay. Don't sleep on the jazz. See now,
jazz music.
Now I'm gonna have to look that up. Wow. All right, cool. So We Major, Braxton Cook. We're gonna check that out. Word up. But yeah, man, we had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
So we will be back. Us too. We'll be back on the. Matter of fact, let's pull it up right now. We're gonna be back on. Let's see. Let's do the 10th. We will be back on the 10th. All right, y'all. So we'll be back holding it down. Couple weeks. We got the of course, holidays, Christmas, New Year's. Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? Hanukkah. Everybody out there getting their Hanukkah on. All that. We gotta do all that. Boxing Day. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Day,
President's. Well, that's not close enough, but
Martin Luther King's birthday.
Martin Luther King. Well, we'll be back before that.
We'll be back before that.
You know what? I wonder if Martin Luther King was alive now, what hip hop music would be in his playlist? I'm gonna put something together for that.
But I didn't listen to hip hop.
Yeah, you listen to a little bit.
What you gonna listen to? I don't know. He's from down south too. You gotta remember that.
He listened to.
You think his down south music would sound the way it is?
It's a good question.
Now, but I think we don't like people's impacts are different when they pass away. Your impact is way more bigger
because you saw the Boondocks episode. No, he woke up. I forgot he don't like Boondocks.
No. I ain't watch Boondocks. I don't like Boondocks. I can't like it if I ain't see it. I'm not one of them haters from afar. I'm a hater if I see something I don't like.
All right. He ain't watched it though.
I can't be a backseat side street or no. I ain't even in the car as a driver. I can't do nothing. Can't talk good or bad about it. One episode. The BET band episode. That was funny.
We'll let that slide.
There's a lot. Okay,
I'll get him up.
All right, there's a lot of things I have not seen.
I'll get him up.
Series, a lot of movies. Like you see, I haven't even watched Lord of the Rings. Never seen it in my life.
But I'll get him up. Don't worry.
I haven't watched Harry Potter either. Never went one Harry Potter in my whole entire life.
I've seen 2.
Okay. Because I'm gonna be mad at you. Okay.
The first one, it had a snake, a big snake.
Whoa! Don't be telling no spoilers, man.
A spoiler on like a 12-year-old movie.
It's not called Harry Potter Snakes on the Plane, so don't talk about no big snake, okay?
Oh boy!
That should be the new movie, Harry Potter Snakes on the Plane.
Harry Potter Snakes on the Plane. So before we bounce, to my left, my esteemed colleague Arckatron.
What's up, people? Oh yeah, we started the show yet? Oh yeah, we started.
We did.
You can find me on ARCKATRON.com. But also, I'm doing some shows at the end of this month, and doing some shows like big show. I got a big show in January out here in California, the USA. More details on that. Follow my page.
I've heard about it.
Follow my page on at Arckatron.
Is it going to be after the 10th?
Yeah, it'll be after the show.
Cool.
It'll be the week after the 10th.
Cool.
It'll be the Wednesday after the 10th.
Then
Wednesday before the show.
We'll promote it.
Yes, I got a big show coming out. Big show. Open up with some big heavy LA beat hitters. I'm saying heavy hitters out here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up.
Shout out to Aaron, the Culture Life Universe.
Culture Life Universe.
Jump Off Sound. Shout out to everybody.
4512. Yeah. Big shout out to DJ Mr. Lee on this channel. I put up a Rock the Spot with him in there.
Okay.
So check that out. Great interview where he just runs about, you know, what DJing is like for him, how he got into the game, stuff that he loves to play, where he got the name from. Also, you can check out on BET Heard this weekend, a movie, Holiday. Yes, check it out. Saturday night, that's December 22nd, 9 p.m. Check them local listings. I got an interview with Zion Broadnax, who is an actress in the film on this channel that you can check out. It's short and sweet, and she is also short and she's sweet too. She's great. She was nice to me, you know, let me interview her and grill her about the hard questions on the movie. But honestly, it's cool. It's called Holiday. Get yourself some season's greetings. All right. You only got one time of the year to get some season's greetings. So watch that. So guys, you know who I am. That's right. NERDSoul. That's right. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Holla at the kid. But before we go, make sure that you share this to your friends. Spread the gospel of NERDSoul and hit that thumbs up. Now, if you hit that thumbs down, all right, I'm going to send that Jay Prince after you. And you know he don't like the pig mentality. That's all I'm saying. So just keep that in your head.
Jay Prince will come after you.
Oh, Joe, you don't want no Jay Prince, boy. You don't want it.
He'll come after you.
Oh, he gonna you. All right, you gonna be mad. That's right. You ain't gonna be happy. So, guys, thanks for rolling through. We love all y'all. To the chat, Little Miss Chocolate, Alan Lewis, Elijah Sweat, Thought Crimes. They ain't here, but check them out. DJ Mr. Lane, Kicksnare Go. All those dope beats. Find and buy something, and just have yourself a wonderful holiday.
Yeah.
From us to you, we are just saying peace.
BA.
Love y'all.